Always real sad when we lose them young. Michelle Trachtenberg, the actress who rose to fame as a precocious child star in The Harriet the Spy, and went on to have memorable roles in TV shows including Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Gossip Girl, has died according to the New York City Police. She was 39. Police responded to a 911 call on Wednesday, just after 8 a.m. local time, and found a woman unconscious and unresponsive inside a Manhattan apartment. She was later identified as Trachtenberg, according to an NYPD spokesperson. EMS responded to the location and pronounced the victim deceased. The NYPD said in a statement, criminality is not suspected, adding that the investigation remains ongoing. Trachtenberg's official cause of death will come from the medical examiner's office. Early on Wednesday, an NYPD source told CNN that Michelle reportedly had a recent medical issue and that her death appeared to be related to natural causes and not suspicious. The family requests privacy for their loss. There are no further details at this time, a representative for Michelle Trachtenberg told CNN in a statement. With her cheeky demeanor and sharp comedic timing, Michelle Trachtenberg fit in naturally with the over-the-top humor that dominated Nickelodeon in the 90s. She first gained attention with a role on The Adventures of Pete and Pete, and went on to star in Nickelodeon's first feature film, 1996's Harriet the Spy. In the latter, she shared the screen with Rosie O'Donnell, young Gregory Smith, and J. Smith Cameron, who would go on to star in Succession and played her mother in the project. Let's see. She told Entertainment Tonight back in 2001, there was a lot required of me. I'm extremely grateful for the experience. When I do look at social media, which is challenging, I see them coming in with, quote unquote, you inspired my life, you made me become a writer, all those things, just beautiful things. When reached for comment, O'Donnell describing Trachtenberg's death as heartbreaking. She added, I loved her very much. Other Nickelodeon stars from the era who knew and worked with her, like Melissa Joan Hart and Kenan Thompson, have also expressed their condolences. Trachtenberg landed the role of Dawn Summers in the WB hit series Buffy the Vampire Slayer, playing Buffy's younger sister. Of course, Buffy was played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. At the time, fans were vocal about their mixed feelings about the character, who debuted in the show's 5th season. Years later, she joked about the backlash, telling Entertainment Weekly most of the haters don't have the guts to say things in person. She said, I rarely get the, oh, she ruined the show. I do get a lot of, oh, she was so whiny. Hi, were you a teenager? She said. She remained with the series until its conclusion in 2003. On Wednesday, her co-star, James Marsters, shared a tribute to her on his verified Instagram, writing that his heart is heavy today. We lost a beautiful soul. Michelle was fiercely intelligent, howlingly funny, and a very talented person. As she grew up off screen and straddled that complicated time between childhood and teen years, her roles followed suit. In 2004, she starred in the raunchy teen comedy Eurotrip, then appeared in several episodes of 6 Feet Under. The next year, she starred in a Disney movie playing an aspiring ice skater in Ice Princess alongside Kim Cattrall. Cattrall shared a picture from their film together to social media on Wednesday, saying, rest in peace, sweet Michelle. Then came a moment of reinvention thanks to CW's Gossip Girl, on which she played the deliciously villainous Georgina Sparks, a recurring foe who cooked up the drama that fed the show's popularity. She seemingly relished in the fun. She told 17 magazine in 2009, it's kind of easy to be evil when you're saying evil things. It's definitely a lot more fun than playing the good girl. I love the reaction you get. I never understood why some actors don't want to play villains or evil characters. She had guest parts on shows like House, Sleepy Hollow, and Law and Order Criminal Intent. She most recently appeared in 2 episodes of Max's Gossip Girl revival. It is unclear what she was working on at the time of her death, but she was active on social media. In the past week, she posted pictures of her previous red carpets and reflected on the fashion. A memory, a magical night in New York. I remember feeling like Cinderella, she wrote on one post roughly a week ago, wishing everyone an ethereal weekend. The story has been updated. Now, the brief paragraph that I had read on Wikipedia earlier, because I was at work when the news had broke, and me and a couple people at work talked about this, and at first we didn't know what was up. And so I came across this. I was like, was like, you know what, I'm gonna check Wikipedia and see if there's info on there, and there's a little bit here. It says in early 2024, Michelle Trachtenberg had responded to comments on social media about potential health problems, suggesting her apparent weight loss and jaundice by saying she was quote unquote happy and healthy. She was found unresponsive by her mother in her New York City apartment at 8 a.m. on February 26. Emergency medical services arrived and pronounced her dead at age 39. She had undergone a liver transplant in the months leading up to her death. An autopsy reportedly will be performed to determine the exact cause of death. So, I mean, wow. So here's a number of, before I get to the other thing I was going to say this. So here's a list of some shows and movies that she either starred in or had a recurring role in or, had a guest role or whatever the case might be. Apparently her first movie role was playing Lena in Melissa. She was uncredited there. Of course, they already mentioned Harriet the Spy, Inspector Gadget, Can't Be Heaven, Mysterious Skin, Ice Princess, Beautiful Ohio, Black Christmas, Cop Out, 17 Again. She had some guest roles in some of the Law and Order shows. She played Lily Montgomery in All My Children, Figure It Out, Mad TV, Truth or Scare, A Father's Choice, Robot Chicken. She played the voices of various characters in there. The Circuit, Mercy, Killing Kennedy. She was in NCIS Los Angeles. And she appeared on John Oliver's talk show Last Week Tonight. And as they had pointed out, the last role she had was playing, wait a minute. The last TV role she had was playing Georgina Sparks in the revival for Gossip Girl. So, I mean, this is, I've seen a lot of tributes on Facebook, Instagram, and it is kind of heartbreaking that, especially when you lose them at that age. I mean, your 20s, 30s, even 40s, I would say even 50s. I mean, that's too young. It's too early. And my heart goes out to her, her family, her close friends, and, love, thoughts, prayers, my condolences. It seemed like she had a fun and good career, had a lot of good people around her. Seemed like she had a lot of friends, a lot of good support. So that's that right there. And rest in peace to Michelle Trachtenberg, and I have a lot more coming up. Stay tuned.